Okay, today is Coop cleaning day, so the ladies need a little room refresh. So I do keep everything in here. One of the first things I do is I mix up some Fresh Stall and some DE, and that's what's going to go in the bottom of the coop, and that just helps with smells and all the lovely things that's in the coop. So get this, I got this mixed up. I'm gonna grab everything else and we're gonna head out to the coop. Time to meet the ladies. All right, we're gonna meet the ladies today. Oh, hello, mamas. Hello, mamas. All right, you're getting a bedroom refresh. You happy? You be happy? You can come out of this mud. Okay. All right, so stay with me. All right, I'm going to show you the water system that we have for them on the coop. So this is all made out of PVC, and the water comes off the roof into this piece and then fills up these tubes, which then fills up the reservoir inside, and we do have a switch that we can turn it on or off and fill that up with the water so that the chickens get water regularly. If we go, if it starts to get low, we haven't had rain, then we actually manually fill it. But for the most part, it stays pretty full. So this has been one of those time-saving things that we talk about with putting systems into place. So it's one less thing we have to do. All right, now I'm gonna try to bring you closer so you can see the inside while we get it cleaned up. Hey, mamas. Hey, mamas. No, we're not going anywhere. No. This one here always wants to be inside. She is so greedy. All right, so this, try to get this best I can for y'all to see. So these are the nesting boxes. There's 4, but they all tend to use just one. And then this is the inside. So what we're going to do first is we're going to pull these nesting boxes down. We do cover the ground here with just this piece of plastic so we can capture everything, and then we go haul it off and put it into the compost pile. So we're going to pull these nesting boxes down. They are attached with this wire here, and we'll clean those, and then we will scrape everything else out. All right, that's the first nesting box coming out. And we just use a little handheld hoe to scrape. Just makes it easier. All right, and then box 2. And get that cleaned out. Hey, ma'ams! Hey! Oh my gosh. Hey, cut that out! Why are you so crazy today? No, she is nuts. She is bound and determined to get back inside. We call her the senator. If you Google Louisiana politics, you'll see which senator she looks like. Next step is just scraping everything. Alright, it is completely cleaned out, and we're going to yank the plastic out of here. These are cleaned up. And then now I've got to add the my mixture of fresh stall and DE that I'm going to throw down, and then on top of that I'm going to put some pine shavings and that we get from Tractor Supply. I will link some of this stuff so you know what we're using, and then our hay that we bale. So I put a mixture in here, so I'm going to do that real quick. All right, I'm trying to do this with one hand and film. So all I'm doing is picking this up and just tossing it out. There's no method to the madness. I just get it so that it is covering the bottom. This just cuts down on the smells. Ooh. See, I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, you saw how much we scooped out, and it has been, it's been a little while since we have actually cleaned the coop. It has been, I know it's been several months. Now that the fresh stall and the DE is in, we're going to put the boxes back in, and I'm going to put some of the DE on the roosting box. All right, got that in. Now we're going to take these pine shavings, put a little bit in the top. All right, that's the pine shavings, and now we're just going to add some hay. Okay, your bedroom refresh is almost ready, ladies. All right, look. Now we have our bedroom refresh. So we're going to close this up, and then I think we're going to move them, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, the other part of cleaning up the coop is we just take this little brush and just kind of wash through, wipe through the water trough. So right there is the where we can turn it, the flow is where we can turn it on or off to refill. So all of this was made. It took probably, I don't know, it took several weeks to get the coop made.
Because I'm slow.
Because Mr. Daydream works slow, which you all know. But it's done well. So these are just mats from Tractor Supply to help block the wind, give them some shade underneath, because their food goes underneath, and I'll show you that in a minute. So there's a better view of the whole coop. So it is 6.5 foot wide by 20 deep, and it's a little over 6 foot tall, because Mr. Daydream is 6 foot and he can stand up in it. So it is wrapped in poultry wire, and then we reinforce the bottom. Now to move it, we have this set up here with a trailer hitch. So all he has to do is back the four-wheeler up, adjust it to the right height, and push and pin it on and move it. This we added, guess year before last. This is they're called a sun sail shade. Got it off of Amazon. It has been through what, two hurricanes. What else? It has been through a hailstorm. It's been through the weather, and it still looks great. We put that up because it does get to be 110, 115 degrees out here in the summer, so we wanted them to have more shade. Over here again, we have another one of the mats that we got at Tractor Supply. That also is a barrier. It serves two purposes. So it's been a barrier for the sun during the summer, gives them more shade under the coop, but it has also helped block the wind. So when it gets really cold, we may flip the coop or whatever, just to stop the wind from being so cutting. This same thing here, another one in the back. All right. So the roof is shingled. That gutter is actually a piece of PVC that is melted on the ends for the cap and just cut to make a gutter, and that's how we catch the water that goes into the water system. So they get their fresh water. There is reinforcement around the bottom of the coop here. We've never had an issue with a predator trying to get in, like a raccoon or anything like that, knock on wood. We've had coyotes out here, but they just simply couldn't get to them. So this is the coop. There are no plans for it anywhere. This was Mr. Daydream's design as he was building. He made a few changes, but it serves our purpose. So as soon as we get the rooster coop finished and it's over here, I will show you that. And it's got a couple of cool features in it. We have the coop cleaned, and we are about to move them. So we do try to move them every week, every other week. We tried letting them free range, but the predators are just, it's too much. We lost 3 or 4 hens. I mean, I felt like every day we were losing a hen. So we don't let them technically free range, but that is why we did the movable coop, so that we could move them around. The area over here where they'll move back over here in the spring. So I actually threw down some seeds to do a little bit of a cover crop here, so they'll have clover and that to eat on. So for the summertime, we're going to move them up here. This is also a lot drier on this side of the property. This side of the property seems to stay a little bit more wet. So that's kind of how we're balancing it out. But it's hysterical because once they get into their new spot and they have their food, it's like a buffet. And so between them being able to eat when we move them, we do mix up their chicken feed. So, and as you know, I just started growing fodder. So here's the other thing. They had stopped laying and they do slow down in the winter. They do slow down in the winter. But for whatever reason, this year, they completely stopped. In fact, I got down to like 4 eggs and I was started to panic because I thought I had to go buy eggs. And then I did the fodder, and I fed them. We started feeding them some more fodder. We moved them again, and y'all, they're so happy now. It is unbelievable. I have an overabundance of eggs, so which I'm not complaining about. So, all of that to say, you just got to pay attention to raising chickens is easy. To me, it's been very easy, and they've been a lot of fun. But you just got to pay attention to those cycles and keep them happy, and they are going to give you plenty of eggs. Mr. Daydream, the chicken wrangler. It's like watching a circus. He literally has them trained to go up the coop when he needs to move them. Go ahead, get him in there. Get him in there. Chicken wrangler, you. Last thing that goes in is their feeder that hangs under the coop. Yeah, keeps it out of the weather so it doesn't get all wet. Easy for us to get to. This, when we fill it up, and we fill it up about 2/3 of the way, that will keep them fed for about 4 or 5 days. So that saves us a little bit of time too. Like a buffet. First of all, they get excited because we put the food back in. But then, see over here, they're in the grass. There you go. The buffet is open, ladies. It's all you can eat. Chickens are moved. They got their room refreshed. They got an all-you-can-eat buffet. They got fresh food to last them for a few days, clean water. I think they're going to be really happy. So, thank you for joining us today as we cleaned out the coop. I know the video was a little in some parts. It's very hard to get in here, both of us. And I'm just surprised Mr. Daydream let me actually have him on film. So, win-win today. All right, folks, until next time, hope you have a wonderful day.